Men will say anything to women to get in their pants.
Will they buy
Snap out of it and get with reality. The right man will tell you the truth.
Will they what?
Will they like buy your new divorce lawyer and then fly out to California with you? And
a guy did that?
Yeah, that's the ex that I got my gun from.
An old ex.
Yeah.
He paid for
and
the divorce, the retrial lawyer.
And did you guys hook up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then, yeah, of course.
Where's he now?
That's what you call. That's what you call
at the Airbnb.
Flown out. But yeah,
wait,
never mind.
No.
Oh, so you came with here?
Well, yeah, I invited him.
You came with him here.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, come with me."
You said you're single.
Like, okay. Well, I am single.
You're literally gonna go a guy tonight.
But what? Like, hold on. We're talking again and trying to get to know each other again. It's been like 5 years. But yes, I would literally marry him tomorrow.
Wait, so when did you re-link?
When I had to get my gun, and then we saw each other, and it was like over with.
When was that?
A few weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago.
How many times have you guys been hanging out?
So I saw him that day, and then.
You guys live in the same city?
No.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue.
Then after that, it was like, I don't know, he came to visit for this trip so he came Friday, and then we've just been around each other since then, just to see if it can work again, to like, because it's been a long time. Like, are we the same people? Do we want the same things? And
this is why I don't believe when women say they're single, like they're fucking at least one dude, bro. It's crazy. You said you were single. Didn't I ask if there's a guy in the picture? I don't know if you said no.
No. You didn't ask if there's a guy in the picture. You just asked if our relationship status.
I
don't want to say I'm in a relationship.
I'm single, but I've been a guy for a month, and we took a trip together.
And he paid for my divorce lawyer. By the way, I would marry him tomorrow.
I would, because we have like 2.5. We were together 2.5 years the first one.
I'm single.
Well, we're figuring it out. Like, we might not end up together.
So, okay.
But this is
how long you been in Santa Barbara?
Since yesterday.
Okay. So have you been apart at all? Like, did you go out to get like a bite to eat and he stayed at the hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if a guy stepped to you and approached you and asked for your number,
I'm not interested in seeing anybody else.
So you're not single then?
Okay. Well, if that's the baseline, but it's hard to, like today's standards of what's dating is like viewed.
If you reject a guy who you would otherwise be interested in, you're not single. I think.
But I also kind of have, and she taught me this idea that like you're single until you're married. And I think that's a good point.
What? You're single until you're married?
Yeah.
A lot of women feel that way.
Stop. She belongs to the streets.
Yo, back to the streets you go.
No, I only sleep with one person at a time.
Imagine a girl said that shit. You've been dating her for 3 years. You're going to propose. Oh, I'm single. Fuck
well,
out
no,
here.
like.
Back to the streets.
It's only been a few days, okay? So.
It's been 3 weeks.
But you just said until marriage,
I didn't
single.
See him. Huh?
You just said until marriage, single.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be long. I think it's a real possibility, at least, that could be the result.
Was he dating you while you were a stripper?
Yes. Yeah.
How much was your retrial
He's a provider
lawyer?
Too. $5,000, but my stepmom put a little towards it. So it's a lot. I can't talk too much about the retrial stuff either.
And he paid for your flight and the trip out here?
He did not pay for my flight. He paid for his own.
Oh, okay. So he joined you on the trip.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I suppose it's not as bad. You just reconnected and he's given you thousands of dollars?
Well, but we had a very special connection, and since then have not been able, like we both.
Special connection?
So he was like single 2 years after I broke up with him. And then I got married, and then he dated a girl for some years, and like we both realized like we were trying to.
Why did it end originally?
I wanted to move to Austin, and he was kind of anchored in the Dallas area. That's one reason. Also, I had a lot of growing to do. Like.
So you were a shithead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really was. And we didn't but it wasn't.
Did he pay?
And at the time, did you have any children?
No.
And now you have 2 children?
Yes.
And he has 0?
He has 0.
Mm-hmm.
Is that hard for you to conceptualize, Andrew?
Well, I'm going to explain this phenomenon, right? Well, no, I mean, I wasn't the ex of my wife. Sorry, but
okay, but you understand taking on stepkids.
Let me explain the phenomenon here. No, every single situation is different. I'm not beating up on somebody for being a stepfather, but this situation here is dated you, had no kids. Okay, you weren't good enough for me. Gone. Right? By your own admission, you weren't good enough. I'm gone. Then you end up with another guy, end up having his kids. Now suddenly guy number 2, who's the ex, is suddenly good enough for you. Just pointing this out, that this is a phenomenon which happens often.
It happens, but I'm telling you, it was always this guy for me. Like, it was not like, oh, I thought this guy would be better. It was, this isn't working. This guy's totally different. So maybe that's what I need, even though I'm crazy about you. This is just not good. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, just in all that time, we could not get each other off the other's mind, and it was very mutual.
Does the new guy have resources?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, could you repeat that? The entire time, even while you were married to your
I was always in love with him. But you can be in love with someone and not be healthy and not want to be with them.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think you can.
I think you can.
No, I really don't think you can. I think that anybody who would marry anybody who is in love with somebody else is.
I don't think I necessarily always knew that I was.
Oh, you didn't know?
With him.
Wait, can we just not hold on? I'm sorry.
I'm good at turning things off.
I need you to repeat that because I don't want us to just glance over it because. One more time. So, this guy who's your ex, who you're now, he paid thousands of dollars for your retrial lawyer. Used to date him while you were married to your husband. You were thinking of your ex.
Yeah, often.
During sex?
No. Jesus Christ, no.
You probably were. You just
no. I would tell you. I don't give a shit. No. Would I admit?
Just about how much you love this guy?
Wait, and did you
date? It took me a while to figure out. Like,
did you date other guys?
Were you talking to him while you were married?
Yes, but my husband knew, but it wasn't often. It was just like ever so often.
Bro.
Throughout the years, the here and there.
Red pill, massive red pill. And have you dated besides your ex-husband? Had you dated other men?
Like in between.
So like you broke up with your ex. Were there other guys?
No.
So it was ex-husband back with the ex, who you loved the entire duration of your marriage with the guy.
Yeah, so sort of. After I left my husband, the ex had a girlfriend. So I did like go on a few dates with one other guy. But when I saw my ex, I had to go get my fucking gun or else we would not have ever probably seen each other again. But then, I was told the other guy, I was like, hey, I'm not with my ex or anything, but I'm just going to let you know, I can't be with you after seeing him or anybody for that matter. So I called that off, and now we're just like seeing if we're just romanticizing nostalgia or if it's like a genuine connection. But I think I would like talk, and I would say it to my friends. I'd be like, I feel like he's gonna text me soon, and
it wasn't purposeful that you went to pick up this object that you needed. It was not purposeful to see him in any way.
Okay, I didn't know that he had the gun for a few years because at one point, and I can't talk about that because it's legal stuff. But anyway, he got the gun again at some point. And when I was with my ex-husband, I couldn't have a gun because my ex-husband was a felon, so it wasn't a concern that he had it. Yeah.
So you ditched this guy for a felon you had kids with?
Well, but he's not like he sold weed when he was 19.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like
he was not like a violent criminal. Okay.
He was It wasn't like, and he had his shit together he was just. I can't say that either. But it's not like what you're envisioning.
When you were saying your vows, you got married, right? Mm-hmm. Were you still in love with your ex-boyfriend?
I wasn't like thinking about him at that time.
You said you were.
Well, I probably was looking back. Like, you can reflect. Like, I don't know if you know what it's like to turn off feelings, but when that relationship didn't work, I just put it out of my head for a long time.
Like a sociopath?
It just took, you can bury things for a while, but eventually they come up, and that's essentially what happened. But it also came up, like, because my husband treated me awful. And I'm like, oh, God, I thought that was toxic.
Before or after the wedding?
After.
So he's treating you well before you got married.
Yeah.
Weren't you treating him awful by being in a relationship with him while you were still wanting to fuck and be with your ex?
Again, at that point, I wasn't actively thinking about my ex. Like, this is just something that kind of...
You admitted that while you were with him...
Right. This is post-marriage.
You weren't over your ex. Wait, so here's the timeline. So, because typically, the further you get away from a relationship, the less and less feelings you have, you get over it.
Typically.
So you're saying you break up with your guy, and then no feelings. And
there was feelings for a little bit.
But so how did it go from, breakup, feelings dwindling, and then feelings...
Devon Jackson donated $69.
Thank you, man.
You endless stream of fucking simps that create women like this. It's unbelievable to listen to. Get your shit together, fellas.
I think you're walking back these claims about your...
So I tried to invest in something new, and I did successfully put the ex out of my mind for a long time. As things got tumultuous between me and my husband, it became harder to, especially since my ex is also like reaching out at this time. So it's like reawakening things. So it just kind of like came, and then when I reflected, because I can turn things off, when I reflected, I realized like I built a whole life subconsciously to try to kind of get away from him.
This totally sounds like this guy's a plan B.
I swear to God, he was always. Anybody
okay,
who knows me knows.
Okay,
he's
goodbye. It's okay. I can leave you behind. You marry another guy, and then when nothing works out, this other dude, he's there. Right?
I would have never left if it didn't get so toxic at the end with him, and it also felt like I was like.
Well, I mean, but that just reaffirms that it was Plan B, right?
I mean, but no. It was it's not like I'm just, I'm divorced now, so I'm gonna go, because there's tons of people that I could do that with. There's people with more money that I could do that with.
I don't know. Like, I'm not inside your mind. I'm not inside your heart.
But objectively, I get
it's impossible for me to actually determine your intent. Do I have kind of my own thoughts on it? Of course, it sounds kind of silly to me. But the thing is like, it's also possible that you're totally telling the truth. I can't determine your intent. But I am going to make one prediction, right? 100% you're not getting married to this guy.
You don't think so?
Guarantee it.
Maybe not. I guess it'll be up to him. Because I'm letting him lead.
Yeah.